Look, with over 10 years of experience in SEO and internet marketing, I've had the privilege of being recognized in multiple major publications, including Forbes, Maxim, Men's Journal, and many others, and I've spoke at SEO events all over the world. And despite all of the awards and success, I've made a ton of mistakes that cost me time and money, and those lessons were very hard to learn. The truth is, even most experienced professionals stumble along the way, no matter how easy they make it look. So what would I do differently if I had to start over? Well, in this video, I'll share the most effective approach to build your SEO and internet marketing career better than most people do when starting out. I'll reveal a proven framework that will save you from making the same costly mistakes that I made. So let's get into it. Just like you probably were at some point, I was overwhelmed and struggling to master SEO, ads, content, and more. And instead of progress, I wasted years chasing shiny object after shiny object after shiny object, until one day clarity came when I focused on one skill and everything else clicked. This isn't just my story, by the way. It's the story of almost every beginner. So how would you actually approach learning SEO today? So let's break it down into stages. Stage 1 is mastering the fundamentals. Start with the basics and learn how to do them to build a strong foundation. A lot of beginners want to skip this step and jump straight into advanced tactics and secret hacks and ninja tricks and all this other nonsense before they even learn the fundamentals. So what you need to do is take the time to learn the basics and learn your craft and learn your skills. So it would be like trying to make a 7-layer wedding cake when you can't even make a cake out of a Betty Crocker box. You got to learn the fundamentals first. There's a lot of great training, a lot of great resources out there you can do that with. There's lots of great YouTube channels. You can check out the Ahrefs YouTube channel, or Brian Dean, Nathan Gotch, all have great content on YouTube. HubSpot and Neil Patel have, I know a lot of you are probably laughing, but they have some great entry-level content as well. And then I have a video on this channel that's a complete SEO 101 walkthrough as well. Look, I struggled with this too until I really focused on the basics and the fundamentals, which are the backbone of every strategy. So master the core principles before moving on to advanced strategies and black hat and ninja techniques and secrets and all this other stuff that you're going to see out there when you get into it. Now, stage 2 is build connections. Learning how to rank websites is great, and learning the fundamentals is important, but what we're really in SEO for is to make money. This is a secret that a lot of people aren't going to tell you, but it's impossible to make money. What you can do is get other people to give you money for doing things for them or providing things for them. So the way you get other people to do that is by building connections. Networking is the key to this. Networking not only helps you learn faster by getting to know people that are further along in their career than you are, more skilled than you are, and have experienced things you haven't, and have made mistakes that you haven't yet. So that's a great way to do that. And that's a great way to get opportunities to either do work for them or have them send you referrals, or you do things for them for money, or whatever it is. There's no way to get paid without getting someone else to give you money for something. And the way you do that is by networking and putting your name out there and getting to know people. And the truth is, the SEO and internet marketing and all of the different buckets that falls into is as much about relationships as it is about technical skills. You can also do things like join Facebook groups, go to webinars, go to in-person meetups, go to events, all that kind of stuff. But offer value first and ask for advice or sales later. So for example, one of the ways I had a lot of success in SEO is doing freelancing, mostly through marketplaces, some through myself. And I was doing pretty well. And then one day, out of nowhere, a influencer in the SEO space messaged me and saw that I'd been doing well with that service and asked if in exchange for giving him a free whatever it was, he would promote it out to his list and his followers and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, of course. And that led to a bunch of sales, and that led to me recruiting those customers into my brand and my business and growing my business from there. And that led to my next business and my next business, all from that one cold DM that I put myself in a position to have an opportunity to do. Your network can open doors matters that your resume can't. It's cliche, but your network is your net worth. I know I don't like cliches and things like that because they tend to oversimplify complicated problems, but in this case, it's true. Having a network is absolutely key no matter what you do, whether it's SEO, digital marketing, internet marketing, whatever. And that brings us to stage number 3, execute and learn. The thing is, you've got this knowledge now and you've got these connections, but if you don't do anything, it doesn't matter. I mentioned that influencer found me because they saw what I was doing. That means the reason they saw what I was doing is because I was doing shit. To get noticed and to get things done, you have to do things. I know that sounds like an oversimplification, but it's not. You'd be stunned at how many people just expect money to fall on them because they decided to start a business or start freelancing or whatever it is that they decided to start doing. They just think it'll happen. But the truth is, you have to have some place for people to find you, some way for people to find you. And I still do this today. In fact, I'm doing it right now. You're watching me do it. Having a YouTube channel or a blog or a social media following like on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, whatever it is, you have to have a home on the web where people can find you and know that you have a project and a brand and are a person that they connect with. And look, you will fail, but that's the point. Every mistake is a lesson. Everything you do is going to get you a little bit closer. Every time you screw up is one more way you know to no longer screw up. And you'll just keep eliminating ways to screw up until you then know how to get shit done. Go out there, make some content, make a name for yourself, and so on. Like, I've launched a bunch of different things that flopped. I used to have the Superstar Marketing Online blog, which I still think exists in some form, that I would drive traffic to. It never went anywhere. I had Superstar SEO Black, which was going to be like my high-end services, and I never did anything with that. I've launched tons of features on Legiit that absolutely flopped and nobody was interested in. My point is trying stuff, failing, and then trying the next time and iterating is the way you're going to find success. The fastest way to learn is by implementation and experimentation. And the more of that you do, the quicker you'll figure out what doesn't work. And the more things you eliminate that don't work, the faster you'll get to something that does work. Look, with all of this, I'm going to tell you that the relationships are the part that matter most. And here's the catch. You don't need thousands of connections. You just need the right ones. Like how I mentioned that I got one influencer shout out that was the first domino that fell over that led to everything that's happened in the 10 or so years since. You just need the right connections with the right people, and you may have to pay those people, but build those relationships and they will amplify the learning and the opportunities. And in the end, the one thing that really matters, the money that you'll make. The example that I gave, that connection with a guy named Gregory Ortiz led me to meeting another person he was friends with, which was Alex Becker, which led me to creating Legiit because he had a product that was similar to it and he no longer wanted to do it. So I saw that opportunity and I've gotten to know and learn from him as well. So that's just one example. Connection after connection leads to opportunity. So what I want you to try is to reach out to some people weekly, maybe 5 people that are could really turn things around for your business. Don't pitch them, just message them and try to give them something that's extremely valuable to them for absolutely free. And then just try to build a relationship that way. And also be prepared to get told no. Like they don't owe you anything or anything like that. Just keep doing it until you find the connections that you need. You can also be in communities and in groups and things like that and just be really helpful. That will eventually lead to the kinds of connections that you need. While you're doing all of this, document it, put it in a YouTube channel or a blog or both, and just everything you do, put it down. People will follow and they'll enjoy it and they'll learn to trust you because they saw you do it in real time. And it'll bring people to you that you need to have the success that you want. So your career growth depends not just on what you know, but who you surround yourself with. And again, that sounds ridiculous and it sounds like you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's a bunch of nonsense. It's really about finding the right people to help you in ways that you need, but don't look at it transactionally. Look at it as organic in a way that you help and have I hate synergy is another bullshit corporate term, but have a synergy with, where you can both make each other better and you can ask them for help when you need it and things like that. So look for the right people to surround yourself with, and everything is going to change for you. If you've been following along by now, you've built a strong foundation of skills and people and action. So what's next? Now it's time to figure out what your career path is going to be. And there's a lot of different ways you can go about this. You can stay generalized, meaning you have broader knowledge, more flexibility, and more people that can pay you, but you don't have as much of a specialized specific skill or talent or industry that you serve. This is good if you want to stay a freelancer, or if you just want to keep a boutique agency with a smaller team, because that way you aren't eliminating options and you can just kind of take in whoever you can help. The other option is to niche down and develop deep expertise in high in-demand areas, whether it's SEO, analytics, PPC, AI development, AI agents, whatever. This is more ideal for people who enjoy going deep and specializing in roles and are seeking high value roles. Or you can expand to complementary areas. So you can get skills like SEO and development and email marketing and automation and AI or whatever. This is suited more if you're going to be an agency or want to be in leadership. But the wonderful thing is the internet is great. There's so many ways you can go about making money and developing your skills and meeting your goals. You can pick what fits with your goals, your desires, your talents, the things you like to do, and the opportunities that present themselves. And there's nothing that says that you have to stay on that path. So pick one, figure out if it works for you. If it does, go all in on it. If it doesn't, pivot to something else, and just keep doing that until you find what works for you, both financially and personally, and is the most rewarding in both of those ways. So looking back, here's what I'd tell my younger self if I had the opportunity. It would be to learn something important, continue to learn it, get really, really good at it, build relationships, but not just a quantity of relationships, and build quality relationships with key people. Don't make them transactional. Don't make them, I'll do this if you do this for me. Build actual relationships with people that can benefit you for years or decades to come, and you'll have what you need. And most importantly, remember, it's okay to stumble. Every failure is part of the process. Like I said, you're gonna fail, you're gonna make mistakes. Every time you do, you're just getting a little bit closer to making to success. Every time, it's like making a wood carving. Every piece that you whittle away is a piece that didn't need to be there, and eventually you're gonna get the design that you want. I'm not great with the analogies, so hopefully that made sense. Like, SEO and internet marketing is always evolving. Stay curious, keep learning, and keep growing, and keep developing, and keep building relationships, and I guarantee you, in time, you are going to get the success that you deserve. If you want to start learning how to do SEO for yourself, I've actually put together a free guide that shows you everything I do. It's my complete process, over the shoulder examples, outsourcing guide, checklist, the whole bit. It's completely free. It's going to be linked in the description. It'll help you avoid the mistakes that I made and start building your career in a smarter and quicker way. That said, there's a lot of competition out there. The competition is tough, so don't get left behind. Implement the stuff in this video, grab that free guide, and I'll see you in the next video.